Sir, I wanted to ask you about the significance of that decision by council in terms of the whole history of the Midfield Fund.
Yeah, you know, I said when we closed Midfield that obviously that land would be redeveloped someday, but we weren't in a rush. The issue around closing Midfield when we had to close it was because the pipes underneath the houses were failing, and all those pipes would have to be replaced anyway, and we couldn't replace the pipes and keep the houses there just because of the way that was built way back in the 50s. So, you know, now a lot of people have been thinking hard about how do we create a real jewel of a community on the former site of that mobile home park? How do we make sure there's still good affordable housing there? And that's what council approved today.
Will the city retain any ownership on that land?
No. Well, I mean, those affordable housing pieces might belong to the Calgary Housing Company, not yet clear, but by and large, the city will now sell the land and have private sector development. Like in the bridges in Bridgeland.
Can you shed any light in terms of the time frame then, in terms of redevelopment?
I don't really know. Now that the land use is passed, it could move quite quickly. But of course, we want to make sure that the market is ready and willing to take it. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of land, gorgeous location, very close to downtown, and I imagine that the market will be excited about it.
Which was my very next question. What did Grandpa Nenshi say about selling low, buy high? Was that the advice, or did I get it backwards?
Well, in this particular case, you know, you don't want to be too coy about trying to catch the market, because remember, right now the city earns zero in terms of property tax on that land, and once people are living there, the return is very high. So you'll actually make more by going quickly and selling a bit lower than you would by waiting out the market.
Do the proposed, or I guess the affordable housing, does that replicate or backfill what was there previously? Is that...
Well, you know, it's always been an interesting case because mobile home parks are affordable with a small A housing, but they're not non-market housing. And so the idea here was to really offer some opportunity within this beautiful neighborhood for people who require non-market housing. So the subsidies will be much deeper probably than they were for everyone at Midfield, because not everyone at Midfield got a subsidy. But it remains to be seen what that looks like. We'll probably look at some sort of mixed market model where some will be even within the affordable housing unit towers, where some will be at market and some will be more affordable. Okay.
Do you understand that point that Councillor Carl was trying to make about the other side of the street?
Yeah, I understood it, but I'm not sure anyone else did.
Because I would think there are probably some residents on the other side that would say, you know, you're not going to tear down that sound because of the street. But I guess what he's saying is, as you come up the hill, the vision is this will be different once the Midfield land is redeveloped.
That's right, and at some point you're going to see both sides of that street change and develop as 16th Avenue is changing and developing. But it doesn't have to be right away. There's a lot that needs to happen between now and then.
So you don't see that intersection as being that critical piece of this?
Not really, no. Okay, thank you everybody.